Hi, welcome to Artistic Documentation. In this video, you will learn about the 10 word knowledge or 10 different word where you will get multiple sentence making system, and you have already seen the previous 4 tutorial. This is the practice lesson 5. I hope this video will be more helpful than the previous. So let's start today's tutorial with the first question. So here the passage, the technician was competent and completed the task efficiently. What does competent mean? So let's see the option. Skilled, disinterested, careless, slow. So the skilled sergeant completed to the procedure with precision and confidence. Disinterested, a disinterested attitude can negatively affect the patient care and teamwork. Careless, the nurse made a careless error by mislabeling the sample, mislabeling the sample. Slow, recovery was slow, but steady progress was made each day. So let's see the answer. Here, skilled and competent refer to having the necessary ability or skills. So let's see the other question. So passes to her vigilant monitoring of the patient's condition prevented a crisis. What does vigilant means or vigilant means? So let's see the option. Distracted, observant, sleepy, silent. I think observant will be the right choice. So let's see the sentence making for a particular word. Distracted, the student was distracted during the lecture and missed important details. Observant, the nurse remained observant, quickly noticing the patient's change in condition. Sleepy, after the long night shift, she felt sleepy but continued her round. Silent, the room was silent as the door delivered the serious news. Let's see the answer. The answer is observant. Vigilant means being watchful, especially to detect danger. So let's see another question. Passage 3. Here, he has a propensity for staying calm under pressure. What does propensity most nearly mean? So let's see the option. So here, disorder, talent, inclination, hesitation. So disorder, the patient was diagnosed with a neurological disorder that affected coordination. So talent, despite her condition, she showed a natural talent for music therapy. Inclination, he had an inclination towards helping others, which led him to pursue nursing. So here, hesitation, without hesitation, she volunteered to assist in the emergency room. So answer is inclination. Propensity means a natural tendency to behave in a certain way. So let's see the passage. This is the fourth one. The patient's vital signs are monitored every hour. What does vital means in the context? So let's see answer. So here option A weak, option B necessary, option C optional, option D painful. So I think necessary will be the right answer. So here regular physiotherapy session were necessary for a full recovery. Optional, attending the wellness seminar was optional but highly recommended. Painful, the first few days of rehab were painful, but the patient stayed committed. So let's see the answer. Here necessary is the right answer, option B. Explanation in medicine, vital signs are essential indicator of health. So let's see another. This is the passage 5. So the proposal was tentative and required further discussion before approval. Question. So here, what does tentative means here? So let's see. Certain, hesitant, final, rejected. I think hesitant. So certain, the doctor was certain about the diagnosis after reviewing all the results. Hesitant, the patient felt hesitant to proceed with the recommended treatment. Final, after much discussion, a final decision was made to go ahead with surgery. So rejected, the first of first course of medication was rejected due to allergic reaction. So let's see the answer. Hesitant. Option B will be the right answer. Explanation. Tentative means not fully worked out or agreed upon, subject to change. So passage 6. The teacher used a coherent method to explain the theory clearly. What does coherent means? So it's indicate the importance, like repetitive, logical, confusing, chaotic. So logical. The doctor followed a logical approach to diagnose the patient's symptoms. Repetitive or repetitive. So here her recovery routine become repetitive, but it helped build a strength over time. Confusing, the instructions were confusing, leading to delay in administering the medication. Chaotic, during the emergency, the scene became chaotic as more patients arrived at once. So let's see. The teacher used a coherent method to explain the theory clearly. To explain the theory clearly, teacher used a coherent method. You can match with the logical and repetitive. I think logical would be the right answer. So let's see. Option A answer, logical. So explanation coherent means clear, logical, and consistent. This is the passage 7. The elusive thief managed to escape capture again. What does elusive most nearly mean? So dangerous, clever, hard to catch, brave. So dangerous. The wildfire was extremely dangerous and spread rapidly through forest. Clever. The rescue team used clever strategies to locate missing hikers. Hard to catch. The injured animal was hard to catch because it kept hiding in dense bushes. Brave. The brave firefighters risked their lives to save the trapped campers. So let's see the answer. I think hard to catch. Yes, hard to catch. Elusive means difficult to find, catch, or achieve. Let's see. This is the question 8 or passage 8. So the two medication are analogous in their effect on blood pressure. What does analogous mean? So let's see. Dangerous, similar, opposite, unrelated. Dangerous, handling chemical without proper gear can be very dangerous. Similar, the symptom of flu and common cold are quite similar, making diagnosis tricky. Opposite, the patient's reaction was the opposite of what the doctor expected. Unrelated, his symptoms were unrelated to the initial diagnosis, prompting further test. So here analogous. The medication are analogous in their effect on blood. Analogous in their effect on blood. So unrelated, I think the unrelated can match with the answer. No, it's similar. So the answer is option B, similar. Analogous means showing a likeness or similarity. So the passage 9, his explanation was so ambiguous that no one knew what he meant. What does ambiguous mean? So let's see the option: vague, accurate, long, harsh. Ambiguous, that no one knew what he meant. So his explanation was so ambiguous that no one knew what he meant. Vague, the patient description of pain was vague, making it hard to diagnose. Accurate, the nurse provided an accurate record of the medication administered. Long, after a long wait, the test result finally came back from the lab. Harsh, the doctor's harsh tone surprised the patient during the consultation. So I think the vague will be the right answer. Let's see. Yes, the answer is vague. Ambiguous means unclear and open to a multiple interpretations. So let's see another passage. This is the last passage, I think so. After weeks of deliberation, the jury reached an unanimous decision. So what does unanimous means? Or unclear, I think. This synonym will be unclear, divided, delayed, universal agreement, cautious. The jury reached an unanimous decision, divided, delayed, uh, universal agreement, cautious. I think delayed will be the right answer. Let's see. Universal agreement. So anonymous mean all involved are in full agreement. So it's universal agreement. So this is the last one. She was known for her benevolent nature. She was known for her benevolent nature, always helping those in need, and is a kind man. So what does benevolent mean? So let's see. Hostile, charitable, proud, reserved. Charitable can be right answer. Let's see. Yes, charitable. Benevolent means kind and generous. So the inevitable delay frustrated the passenger. What does inevitable most nearly mean? So let's see. Unplanned, avoidable, certain, optional. So let's see the right answer. Certain. Inevitable means something that is sure to happen. Inevitable means something that is sure to happen. So certain. So the dog was docile or easy to train. The dog was docile and easy to train. Aggressive, obedient, noisy, lazy. Obedient will be the right answer. Docile means ready to accept control and instruction. So let's see another. He gave a plausible excuse for missing the appointment. What does plausible mean? So let's see the answer. Believable, false, delayed, and unclear. Plausible excuse for missing the appointment. I think unclear. Unclear can be the right answer. No, believable. He gave a plausible excuse for missing the appointment. I think believable. Okay, so plausible means appearing reasonable or probable. Reasonable and probable appearing. So let's see another one. The scientists were scrutinizing the data for possible errors. What does scrutinizing mean? Ignoring, observing quickly, examine closely, replacing. I think the option C will be the right answer. Examine closely, scrutinizing, examine closely. Scrutinizing means inspecting something very carefully. So thanks for watching this video. I hope this video will be helpful, and here the fourth and fifth lesson. You will get 15 words knowledge at a time, and previous three tutorial has covered 10 new word at a time. So this is the relation. Actually I have made around 15 word knowledge can be occurred for your real test exam. So thanks for watching this video. See you again another tutorial and the new tutorial. So this all overpowered by Bluebird. Search for Tumblr edubird and you will get many more study steps and many more gateway for your next upcoming competitive exam. Goodbye for now.